All right, and the big time breaking news here, something that we're gonna comment on because I don't know how the hell this happened, but the Kansas City Chiefs, they picked up All-Pro DeAndre Hopkins over the past few days. This was crazy. So the Titans, they received a 5th round pick that upgrades to a 4th rounder if Kansas City makes the Super Bowl and Hopkins plays 60% of the snaps. And then in return, the Kansas City Chiefs got DeAndre Hopkins, which is wild. And here's where I want to pump the brakes, because this is a key guy. And I understand, Hopkins is not someone who is in his prime, and he's not, the receiver that he was maybe 3 years ago or anything like that. So I get where some people are like, oh, big deal. Who cares? The fact is, the reason why it's a big deal is because I just do not understand. I genuinely don't know how the hell the Kansas City Chiefs continue to do this, bringing in receiver after receiver, name after name, elite guy after elite guy. How the hell do they do this? I mean, it's ridiculous. Just thinking about all the different pieces they've had up to this point. Rashee Rice was there. I actually need to pull it up to get a full list of everything, because it's been ridiculous. The Chiefs have already went through a great amount of elite talent and skill guys, but somehow they keep bringing them here. And this is what confuses me, and this is what makes me say, okay, maybe they are going to three-peat, because no matter what, every time you think the Chiefs are down, they somehow bounce back and grab another piece that can help them survive. Kareem Hunt when Isaiah Pacheco went down. Now you got DeAndre Hopkins after losing Juju Smith-Schuster, and then also after losing multiple receivers. So it's just time after time the Chiefs continue to do this, and it's wild to me. It's mind-blowing, because I understand Hopkins isn't that guy, but Hopkins, all he has to do is catch the ball. If Hopkins can catch the ball whenever it's put to him perfectly, the Chiefs are all right. And let's really not sleep, because Hopkins might not be the guy that we thought he was maybe 3 years ago, but above all, I mean, the guy still has some skill. Like, you can't completely count him out. You don't know what type of talent he possesses. He's been with a quarterback who hasn't been able to get the ball past 40 yards. So genuinely, we don't know how many jump balls DeAndre Hopkins still has in him. He still might be able to go up and just grab it over your safeties. Like, we still don't know that, because we haven't been able to see that on display since he left Kyler Murray. So him being with Mahomes, I'm sure he still probably has a lot left in the tank, but if we don't know, we're definitely about to find out. And that's the thing that scares me, because the Kansas City Chiefs, they're the last team I want to see have a weapon that everybody thought was washed, and then all of a sudden he's another All-Pro again because he's with Patrick Mahomes. What y'all got to realize too is, yeah, I know the Chiefs don't really have many weapons right now, but there's been multiple times we just seen Patrick Mahomes win a Super Bowl with no wide receiver options. He had Kadarius Toney as his number one receiver. Kadarius Toney is his top option at wide receiver, and won a Super Bowl. So now that he has anybody there, DeAndre Hopkins, this is a huge help. And then it doesn't take a genius to realize Pat Mahomes has the Brady effect of turning no-name guys into big-time receivers. I mean, you become good as soon as you are running routes with Patrick Mahomes on the field, because he can put it straight to you. He's going to use all of your advantages. The same way we talk about how Brady would make sure he uses everybody's advantages to their best. That's the same thing Pat Mahomes does. If you're good at getting plays downfield, if you're speed receiver, he's going to put you the ball in open space to make sure all you have to do is run. If you can catch, your possession receiver, he's going to put it to you every time, where you make sure you got some possession and you can pick up a couple extra yards on that. So, we've seen it with Travis Kelce. We see it with the backup tight end even, is these guys catch the ball in open space, pick up the extra few yards, and then, hey, now you got a first down. So, the Chiefs, I don't know how they continue to do this, but they're making it happen. They're making it happen, man. And I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared they're going to win a Super Bowl. Because we keep seeing this happen with the Kansas City Chiefs. This team has been winning games. Pat Mahomes has been playing bad. So imagine when he's playing good and they actually have some talent on this team. So I'm a little worried. I'm not going to lie to you. I think they can still make something happen. And it's just a matter of time until we really, really see how they turn out and what they do come postseason, because we know they're going to be postseason. They already done won half these games, but just imagine all of these receivers that the Chiefs have. Hollywood Brown, all right? And just skill guys that they have. Hollywood Brown, Isaiah Pacheco, Rashee Rice. And then if you were to keep DeAndre Hopkins, you were to keep Xavier Worthy, you were to keep Kareem Hunt. Just imagine this whole entire team completely healthy. No way Pat Mahomes doesn't win a Super Bowl. And if any of these guys somehow can come back, it's gonna get nasty. So I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. The Chiefs, they look like they got the upper advantage right now, and they've been winning games with none of these guys present. So yeah, man, it might get nasty. Anyway, look, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Shoot us a quick take, 219-413-9405. Leave a quick take if you heard something you want to comment on or something you just want to participate in the conversation. Other than that, I'm gonna leave y'all with a positive note here, and the positive note is just gonna be as simple as taking your recovery time. No matter what you do, you're gonna need some recovery time. No matter how long it may be, how short it may be, you're gonna need some sort of recovery time. You gotta give that to yourself. You gotta think of a person. I mean, look, if a person works out every day, they're a bodybuilder, whatever the case is, there's some point where they need some sort of recovery time. They need some protein to make their muscles grow. They need some sleep to help their muscles grow. There's always gonna be some recovery time. It sounds cool to say, oh, no sleep, I'm in grind mode. Sounds cool to say all that. But at the end of the day, you're gonna need some sort of recovery time. So try and really, really embrace this recovery time, or the recovery time that you give yourself. It's been the same thing I've been trying to make sure I do for myself, is to genuinely embrace when I am recovering and trying to just relax and actually allow my mind to relax without feeling guilty, because that's a thing too in its own. That's a whole separate conversation, but it's okay to recover. It's okay. Anyway, look, follow us on Instagram at The Ron Podcast. Also on TikTok at The Ron Podcast. Wherever you get your podcast, go ahead, subscribe. Send it to a friend so they can subscribe. Go ahead. Hey, let them know. Hey, they talked about your team. You might like this episode. Or go listen to another episode and find one they might like. That might be cool too. Or even if you heard one in the past. But send it to a cousin, a brother, an aunt, an uncle, a niece, a nephew, a coworker, a friend, a family member. Anyone you know who's enjoying sports at this time. And hey, we'll be back later on next week. And so on and so on and so on.